Xie Lian's one eye is covered by his mask and Hua Cheng's is covered by his eye patch. Like, they complete each other in this sequence. I saw a tweet and it made me laugh, and it was like, why are we all acting like we don't know what Hua Cheng looks like? And I started thinking about it because we know what he looks like. We have the beautiful manhua design, but we haven't seen him animated yet. And I think the animation truly brought out this melancholic sadness to Hua Cheng, also mixed together this like incredible happiness and like content that he's now with Xie Lian. I think the softness this image brings, like, look at him, like, he looks a little bit older, he looks a little bit softer. I think that it's an incredible interpretation of him. When I think of Hua Cheng in the book, he is like so cool and an asshole to everyone that's not Xie Lian. But when he is with Xie Lian, he is such a softie, and I think this like captured the love in his expression so well. Like, he is radiating love. He is like the definition of being in love, past love to complete devotion. It's this like softness in his eyes. Like, they even drew in like little detailed little wrinkles by his eyes. Like, they really made him look older than his twink Sona Sunlong. And this is a huge shout out to the Donghua team for like the cinematic elements they did with the parallels that make all these moments even more impactful. Xie Lian saved Hua Cheng, and now Hua Cheng is saving Xie Lian. Like, oh, it doesn't get any better than this. Like, they complete each other in this sequence. And while the transition isn't linear, it is linear with what's going on in the story emotionally. And that's just the part of filmmaking that just, oh, kudos to the directing and the editing for this sequence, because that just like impacted me so emotionally. Which brings me to the next point, which is how the Donghua team was really smart in showing off Hua Cheng's appearance to the audience, but not to Xie Lian. Like, Xie Lian doesn't know what the hell he looks like yet. Instead of us waiting till season 2, we were able to get that sneak peek by seeing everything through Hua Cheng's perspective, which I thought was like beautifully done. And of course, there is the parallel with the flashbacks from the first episode and the last episode, how we're seeing it from Xie Lian's perspective and then Hua Cheng's perspective. Like, that scene in the book is heart-wrenching. Like, Hua Cheng wanted, like, he's straight up like, I want to kill people, I want to kill myself, what the hell should I do with my life? And Xie Lian breaks like every single rule of godhood and actually speaks to him by saying, live for me. And now he like laughs about it, and he even says that line that's just like, I wonder how he's doing now. And you know, Sunlong is like, he probably grew up to be like really cool and attractive. Like, I don't know, I just kind of get a feeling he probably is super cool. In this scene here at the kitchen, they are like genuinely flirting, and I think we're so used to being like queer baited. We search for like romantic flirting in things where it might not be there, or we're intentionally led on to make something seem flirtatious when it's actually just guys being bros. But here, they end up together. They have romantic feelings for each other. The whole I think your face is very nice scene. Everyone was very worried about the censorship because this is coming from China, but I think this is one of the gayest scenes that we have ever seen. It's just genuine flirting. They're two people that really like each other. It's a completely romantic context, and they're teasing each other and telling each other they find each other attractive through these little games. Going back and watching this episode and all the little things, like the storytelling of it is not giving everything away just yet. Like, Hua Cheng is still keeping so much to himself, but the fact that they're not confessing or revealing everything right off the bat here is what makes it so tense and like delicious to watch. Hua Cheng kind of has a bit of a penchant for joking and laughing when things get emotional. He's so insecure, like years of harassment and bullying, and like deep down he believes he is a freaking monster, and he thinks Xie Lian is the most beautiful thing in the entire world. So of course he's insecure, and of course he says that to Xie Lian, like, honestly, what if I am ugly? Will that change things? And Xie Lian's just like, what matters to me is that we're sincere. And then of course all of his worries were washed away so easily by Xie Lian, because of course they would be, because Xie Lian is amazing. He can't help but laugh, and it sounds like he's sobbing, and I really think it's a mix of like wanting to cry and that bubbling of emotion, of course, for Hua Cheng turns into laughter. But of course then we are repaid with Hua Cheng's sincerity again when he reaches out and says, there is no one more sincere than me. Like, this whole scene is on fire, but a slow burn as well. So I'm so excited to see what else we get. And for Hua Cheng merch, because I love that man. The moment that they release a doll or something with the eye patch, my wallet gone.